Hello everyone, welcome to our History Story Bag channel. Today's historical story is about Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769 in Ajaccio, Corsica, which was under Genoese rule at the time. His family, part of the minor Corsican nobility, faced political upheaval as Corsica was ceded to France in 1768. This change influenced Napoleon's early perspective on French authority and would later shape his political views. Napoleon Bonaparte was born to Carlo Buonaparte and Letizia Ramolino. Buonaparte was born on March 29, 1746 in Ajaccio, Corsica. He belonged to a minor noble family with Italian ancestry. Carlo studied law at the University of Pisa and later returned to Corsica, where he became involved in Corsican politics. He supported the French during the Corsican struggle for independence and held various political positions. Carlo married Letizia Ramolino in 1764, and they had 8 children together. He served as an advocate of the French government in Corsica, but his political fortunes declined after the island became a French territory. Carlo died on February 24, 1785, when Napoleon was only 15 years old. Maria Letizia Ramolino, born on August 24, 1750 in Ajaccio, Corsica, came from a more prominent Corsican family. Her father was a city-state official. Letizia married Carlo Bonaparte in 1764, and they had a family of 8 children, including Napoleon. After Carlo's death, Letizia faced financial difficulties, but she managed the family with resilience. She played a crucial role in the upbringing of her children, instilling discipline and ambition. Letizia was known for her strong personality and dedication to her family. The Bonaparte family played a crucial role in Napoleon's early life. As the second of 8 children, Napoleon grew up in a turbulent period with the Corsican struggle for independence and political instability in the region. Napoleon's formal education began in Corsica, where he attended a boys' school. In 1779, at the age of 9, he was sent to mainland France to study at the Royal Military School in Brienne-le-Château. His Corsican accent and relative poverty made him an outsider among the predominantly aristocratic student body, and he often faced discrimination. Despite these challenges, Napoleon excelled in his studies, particularly in mathematics and history. His voracious appetite for reading and dedication to learning impressed his instructors. He demonstrated a particular interest in military history and strategy, foreshadowing his future military career. In 1784, Napoleon moved to Paris to continue his military education at the École Militaire, a prestigious military academy. He completed the 2-year program in just 1 year, showcasing his intellectual abilities. Despite being a second lieutenant in the artillery, he struggled financially, often living in modest conditions. Napoleon immersed himself in the Enlightenment ideas prevalent in Paris during this period. He avidly studied military strategy, political philosophy, and the works of prominent philosophers such as Voltaire and Rousseau. His exposure to these intellectual currents influenced his later political and administrative decisions. After completing his education, Napoleon returned to Corsica in 1786. However, political unrest and conflict with revolutionary factions led him to leave Corsica for mainland France in 1793. This marked the beginning of his active military career during the French Revolution. Napoleon's early experiences in Corsica and his education in France played a significant role in shaping his character, ambition, and political perspectives. The combination of his Corsican heritage, exposure to Enlightenment ideas, and military training laid the groundwork for the extraordinary career that would follow. Napoleon Bonaparte's personal life was marked by complexity, including his relationships, family, and personal habits. Here are more details about various aspects of his personal life. Napoleon's most well-known marriage was to Joséphine de Beauharnais. They married in 1796, And despite political considerations behind the union, Napoleon developed genuine affection for Josephine. However, their marriage faced challenges, particularly due to Josephine's inability to bear children. In 1809, to secure an heir, Napoleon divorced Josephine and married Archduchess Marie-Louise of Austria. They had a son, Napoleon II, who became known as the King of Rome. Napoleon came from a large family with 7 siblings. His family played a significant role in his life, and he often provided for them financially, especially during his rise to power. His siblings, such as Joseph, Louis, Lucien, and others, were given various titles and positions, illustrating Napoleon's influence over his family members. Napoleon Bonaparte's rise to power was a remarkable journey that saw him ascend from relative obscurity to becoming one of the most influential figures in European history. Napoleon was known for his intense and driven personality. He was a workaholic, often working long hours and surviving on minimal sleep. His ability to focus on details while also maintaining a strategic perspective contributed to his success on the battlefield and in governance. However, this dedication to his work also had a toll on his health. Despite his reputation as a military genius and statesman, Napoleon could be both charming and temperamental. He was deeply interested in the arts and sciences and established the Légion d'honneur, an order of merit, to recognize outstanding contributions to society. Military career during the French Revolution, 1789–1799. Napoleon's career began during the French Revolution. He rose through the ranks due to his military acumen and success on the battlefield. Notable achievements included his role in the recapture of Toulon in 1793 and his Italian campaign in 1796–1797, where he defeated Austrian and Italian forces. These victories earned him recognition and established his reputation as a brilliant military strategist. Italian campaign and Treaty of Campo Formio, 1796–1797. Napoleon's Italian campaign was a turning point in his career. He employed innovative military tactics and achieved a series of victories, ultimately leading to the Treaty of Campo Formio in 1797. The treaty resulted in territorial gains for France and marked Napoleon as a national hero. Coup d'etat of 18 Brumaire, 1799. Amidst political chaos in France, Napoleon seized the opportunity to rise to political prominence. On November 9, 1799, 18 Brumaire in the French Revolutionary calendar, he orchestrated a coup d'etat that led to the dissolution of the Directory. The event marked the end of the French Revolution and the beginning of the Consulate. First Consul and consolidation of power, 1799–1804. After the coup, Napoleon became the first consul of France. His rule brought stability to the nation, and he implemented a series of reforms, including the Napoleonic Code, which laid the foundation for modern legal systems. These measures gained him popularity and strengthened his political position. Napoleonic Code and reforms. One of Napoleon's significant contributions was the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive legal system that influenced civil law in many countries. His administrative reforms aimed at streamlining government, improving education, and fostering economic development. Crowning as Emperor, 1804. In 1804, Napoleon took a bold step by crowning himself Emperor of the French in a lavish ceremony at Notre Dame Cathedral. This move signaled a departure from the Republican ideals of the Revolution, emphasizing stability and centralized authority. Military campaigns and European dominance. 1805–1812. Napoleon's military campaigns, including the Battle of Austerlitz, 1805, and the victories at Jena and Auerstedt, 1806, showcased his military genius. He expanded the French Empire across Europe, establishing satellite states and alliances. However, the invasion of Russia in 1812 proved disastrous, leading to a weakening of Napoleon's force. Napoleon's rise to power was a combination of strategic military successes, political maneuvering, and his ability to exploit the turbulent times of the French Revolution. His legacy, marked by both achievements and controversies, continues to shape discussions about leadership and governance. Napoleon Bonaparte's ruling period, often referred to as the Napoleonic era, is marked by his rise to power, the establishment of the French Empire, and his governance style. Here are key aspects of Napoleon's rule. Consulate, 1799–1804. After the coup of 18 Brumaire in 1799, Napoleon became the first consul of France. During the consulate, he implemented a series of political, legal, and economic reforms aimed at stabilizing the country after the chaos of the French Revolution. Notable reforms included the Napoleonic Code, which standardized French law, and the establishment of the Banque de France. Coronation as Emperor, 1804. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French in a ceremony at Notre Dame Cathedral. This marked the transition from the consulate to the French Empire. Napoleon's rule as emperor aimed to provide stability and consolidate his power. Administrative reforms. Napoleon undertook significant administrative reforms to streamline the government and improve efficiency. He established the prefecture system, dividing France into administrative regions, each governed by a prefect. This system aimed to centralize power and ensure effective governance. Military campaigns and expansion. Napoleon's rule was characterized by a series of military campaigns across Europe. The Napoleonic Wars, 1803–1815, were a series of conflicts between France and various coalitions of European powers. Napoleon's army achieved remarkable success in battles such as Austerlitz, 1805, and Jena-Auerstedt, 1806, expanding the French Empire to its greatest extent. The continental system. To weaken Britain economically, Napoleon implemented the continental system, a blockade designed to isolate Britain by preventing European countries from trading with the British. However, the system faced resistance and had unintended consequences on the French economy and relations with other European powers. Family and dynastic ambitions. Napoleon pursued a strategy of dynastic alliances to secure political stability. His marriage to Archduchess Marie-Louise of Austria in 1810 aimed to strengthen ties with the Habsburgs. The couple had a son, Napoleon II, also known as the King of Rome, who was intended to inherit the throne. The Napoleonic era remains a complex and influential period in European history. Napoleon Bonaparte was renowned for his exceptional bravery and military prowess on the battlefield. His courage and strategic brilliance played a crucial role in his rise to power and his success during the numerous military campaigns of the Napoleonic Wars. Here are some aspects that highlight Napoleon's bravery in war. Personal courage. Napoleon was known for leading from the front. Despite holding the title of emperor, he actively participated in battles, often exposing himself to danger. His personal courage inspired his troops and earned him respect on the battlefield. Austerlitz, 1805. The Battle of Austerlitz, fought in 1805, is often considered one of Napoleon's greatest victories. During the battle, he exhibited personal bravery by positioning himself at key points on the battlefield, showing exceptional composure under fire. Jena-Auerstedt, 1806. In the Battle of Jena-Auerstedt in 1806, where Napoleon's forces faced the Prussian army, he displayed strategic brilliance and personal bravery. His ability to command and make critical decisions on the battlefield contributed to a decisive victory for the French. Marengo, 1800, and Battle of the Pyramids, 1798. Even before becoming emperor, Napoleon demonstrated his courage in battles such as the Battle of Marengo in 1800 and the Battle of the Pyramids in 1798 during the Egyptian campaign. These early victories showcased his tactical skill and ability to lead from the front. Russian Campaign, 1812. Despite the ultimate failure of the Russian campaign, Napoleon's personal courage was evident during the challenging retreat from Moscow in harsh winter conditions. He faced the hardships alongside his troops, further solidifying his image as a military leader willing to endure the same trials as his men. Wagram, 1809. The Battle of Wagram in 1809, fought against the Austrian Empire, saw intense fighting. Napoleon's ability to inspire and lead his troops in the midst of battle contributed to another significant victory for the French forces. Lodi Bridge, 1796. During the Italian campaign in 1796, Napoleon led his troops across the strategically important Lodi Bridge under heavy enemy fire. His fearless approach and strategic brilliance in this early campaign earned him recognition. Eylau, 1807, and Friedland, 1807. The Battle of Eylau in 1807 and the Battle of Friedland later that year were both hard-fought conflicts where Napoleon's leadership and personal courage were instrumental in securing victories for the French. Napoleon's bravery in war extended beyond mere courage. It encompassed his ability to analyze complex situations, make strategic decisions under pressure, and inspire confidence in his troops. His battlefield successes and personal involvement in the midst of conflicts contributed significantly to his reputation as a military genius. Downfall and first abdication, 1814. Napoleon's military setbacks, particularly the invasion of Russia in 1812 and the defeats in the War of the Sixth Coalition, led to his abdication in 1814. He was exiled to the island of Elba, and the Bourbon monarchy was restored to power in France. The coalition of European powers, frustrated by Napoleon's expansionist ambitions, eventually defeated him. After the Battle of Leipzig in 1813, the coalition invaded France. In 1814, facing the threat of capture in Paris, Napoleon abdicated and was exiled to the island of Elba. Return and 100 Days, 1815. Napoleon escaped from Elba in 1815 and returned to France for a brief period known as the 100 Days. 100 Days, 1815. Napoleon escaped from Elba in 1815, returned to France, and initiated the 100 Days, a period of renewed rule. However, his defeat at the Battle of Waterloo led to his second abdication and exile to Saint Helena. Legacy of reforms. Napoleon's rule left a lasting legacy, especially in legal and administrative reforms. The Napoleonic Code, a civil law system, influenced legal systems worldwide. His administrative innovations and emphasis on meritocracy also had a lasting impact. Napoleon's rule was characterized by both successes and challenges. While he achieved significant reforms and military triumphs, his expansionist ambitions ultimately led to his downfall and the restoration of the Bourbon monarchy in France. Napoleon Bonaparte's end was marked by his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo and his subsequent exile to the remote island of Saint Helena. Here are the key events leading to Napoleon's end. Waterloo, June 18, 1815. The Battle of Waterloo, fought on June 18, 1815, was a decisive confrontation between Napoleon's forces and the coalition led by the Duke of Wellington and Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher. The battle took place near Waterloo in present-day Belgium. Despite initial successes, including the defeat of the Prussian forces, Napoleon's army was eventually defeated by the British and Prussian forces. Second abdication, June 22, 1815. Following the defeat at Waterloo, Napoleon returned to Paris, where the political situation quickly deteriorated. Faced with the advancing coalition forces and the loss of support, he abdicated for the second time on June 22, 1815. This marked the end of the 100 Days and the restoration of the Bourbon monarchy. Exile to Saint Helena, October 1815. The victorious Allies were determined to prevent any further escape or return to power by Napoleon. As part of the Treaty of Paris, Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of Saint Helena in the South Atlantic, far from Europe. Saint Helena was chosen as a place of exile due to its isolation and difficulty of escape. Life in exile. Napoleon spent the remaining years of his life in exile on Saint Helena under British supervision. His living conditions were challenging and he was closely monitored by British authorities. Despite the constraints, Napoleon continued to write and engage in intellectual pursuits, reflecting on his life, military campaigns, and the state of the world. Death, May 5, 1821. Napoleon Bonaparte died on May 5, 1821, at Longwood House on St. Helena. The official cause of death, as reported by his attending physician François Carlo Antomarchi, was stomach cancer. However, there has been historical debate and speculation about the true cause of his death, with theories ranging from arsenic poisoning to other medical conditions. Napoleon's death marked the end of an era. His body was initially interred on St. Helena, and later, in 1840, his remains were repatriated to France and entombed in Les Invalides in Paris. Despite his defeat and exile, Napoleon's legacy endured, and he remains a prominent figure in history, known for his military genius and significant impact on European politics and governance during the Napoleonic era. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Your support means a lot to us. If you have anything, you can write a mail to us. Once again, thank you for being here. Do like, comment, and subscribe.